And what differentiates what you're doing from, because there's, charging stations are a dime a dozen to some degree out there, right? I mean, there's other competitors in the marketplace. What differentiates what Juicebar is doing to what other companies are offering?
Sure. So Juicebar, one of the things that we had to define is what Juicebar is not. Juicebar is not just simply a commodity product acting as the utility for charging. Juicebar is about branding your facility as a green facility, making a statement about sustainability for your facility. We were developed by BMW, and one of the things they really ingrained in us and helped forward design in the product was that we're a premium branded car charging station. And so one of the things that we do is we don't just put in a car charging station, as you experienced down in New Haven. We also put in raised deck flooring. We always suggest that they're put in right at the entrance of a garage. We put in LED lighting to light up the area. We actually call it a green garage oasis. Is actually what we do. Is we don't just do a charging station. We'll do flooring. We'll do lighting. We do recycling. We do tire inflation. Tire inflation stations. We're talking about holistically, not just for the electric vehicle, but for any vehicle. If you inflate your tires, it actually makes a great deal of difference on your mileage. And so what we've done is we also have car vacuums that are available. Again, what we want to do is have people use amenities in the garage, use the electric vehicle charging station, understand more about sustainability. And so we're not just about charging cars. We're about a sustainability movement, and we're about a premium amenity. One of the things we think is, 20, 30 years ago, not every Class A office building in the country had a defibrillator. Now every Class A office building in the country has at least one. And so we feel that every Class A office building in the country will have a electric vehicle charging station. And we feel that if they want the premium electric vehicle charging station, they're going to choose us. And that's one of our differentiators.
So and certainly the industrial design is there, because it certainly stands out when you pull into that. And I guess you're looking. You mentioned a little bit about the tire inflation and other sustainability things. I understand that you're looking at bicycles and storing those or parking those and inflating tires too. So there's some tie-in with that as well?
Yeah. So part of the Green Garage Oasis is bike parking. One interesting thing we found when we actually installed these in San Francisco is that we actually had electric bikes plugging in San Francisco. People use bikes a lot more on the West Coast, I think, than maybe in Connecticut. But for sure, in more urban cities, you're seeing more electric bikes popping up. We're also looking at people charge their electric motorcycles, people charge their electric scooters. And so it's really about sustainable mobility. It's not just about electric vehicles. And that's something we've become really educated on over this time frame. You asked me about other differentiators about Juicebar. Juicebar was forward designed, and so we're somewhat technology agnostic. We now have level 2s and level 1s. Again, at the Juicebar you park at in New Haven, we actually even have a Clipper Creek Tesla unit in one side of it, so Teslas can plug in on their own native plug. We also are looking at the reason the box is so big is because we're looking at second generation batteries. These batteries over time come down in their efficiency in these electric vehicles, and there's going to be a second life for those batteries, and our design is actually forward designed to accept batteries in the future.
Oh wow, so you could charge maybe off solar or something during the day and have some residual power for the evening that was cleanly generated then, I guess is what it sounds like. Or
you can grid arbitrage at night when the flow of power, there's much flow of power wasted at night, and you can grid arbitrage off low-cost night grid non-use. People aren't using as much power, but the grid still flows power, and you can arbitrage that battery charging at night. So there's many ways in forward designs, and there's going to be many iterations of these. But what we wanted to make sure of is that our brand didn't change, that our iconic look didn't change. One of the reasons we're so tall, Lon, is that we used to go into these garages and see an electric vehicle charging station, and you could see it when there wasn't a car there.
Right.
But when a car parked in front of it, all of a sudden it disappeared. And so that was one of the reasons we wanted it so large, just so people could see it.
Yeah, and especially too because I've driven around looking for the charging station. Especially like New Haven train station is a great example where it's there, but you really gotta look for it if it's not that prevalent. Although with with the Juicebar, you have that backlit sign in there that it really kind of beckons you that your fuel is near. So
this is near, and actually that color blue is on the Juicebar is actually the color of electricity, which are that BMW design. So everything in our brand has some meaning and some purpose. So it's fun. But yes, that is one of the benefits of having a Juicebar.
And final question, just to target audiences, you mentioned Class A office buildings and parking lots. Is that the approach for publicly accessible places, places where the public will be visiting and seeing? Is that kind of the market you're targeting?
Yeah, great question. There's a group called Pikes Research that's done a lot of research in the area of electric vehicles, and they've stated, especially in the earlier years, there's going to be the need for 2 chargers for every electric vehicle. One of those chargers being at home and one being out somewhere in the world where people go. The obvious place is where people work is definitely a place that people need to be able to have access to these electric vehicle charging stations. So the Class A office buildings, the lead facilities, the environmentally designated facilities need to have charging stations. But we also think places like supermarkets and movie theaters, transportation centers, hotels, places like that really need, any place you're there more than a couple hours really needs to have an electric vehicle charging station. And we're excited because as of this last month, there may have been, I think, less than 10,000 publicly available charging stations, and there's over 100,000 vehicles. And if everyone has one at home and we need one in the public, wow, what an opportunity for companies like ours, a Connecticut-based company, to go out and fill that need, that marketplace need that's now developed out there. We're very excited about it.
And are these manufactured in Connecticut or somewhere in the country?
They are manufactured in the U.S. We manufacture them out in California right now, and so but all of our operations, all of our employees are based out of Connecticut.
Excellent. Well, David Schmidt, thank you so much for joining us today, and it's exciting to see this development happening. I'm a little biased because as a electric vehicle owner, it's nice to have some places to plug in. My car at least will go to gas, but I try not to use that gas as much as possible. So hopefully we'll see more Juicebars soon. So thanks for watching, and thanks for being with us. And where can people find more information about what you do? Thanks, Lon. You can find us at www.freejuicebar.com, and you can visit us on Facebook as well. We'd love to get your likes. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. We'll be back again next time with another Connecticut technology newsmaker. This is Lon Seidman. Thanks for watching.